Dance is the fundamental art form of life. Dance is as old as human existence on Earth, and arguably even before that. Like many animal species, love to dance, like bobbing, swaying, nodding, jumping, soaring in response to the rhythms of nature. The wind blowing through the trees, the web of the tide, the melody of the falling raindrops. Similarly, the synchronized movement of our hands, body, and expression to the sounds of nature is something that's probably impressed in our genes too. Ancient civilization knew and relied heavily on the amazing communicating and healing powers of dance to live a healthy, happy, and long life. Slowly, modernity and in our quest for the fast life, we had lost touch with this inherent capability. But now slowly we are finding a way back into this art form and rediscovering the importance of dance in improving the quality of our lives and also the health of our society. Namaskar, hello, and pranam, and welcome to the 14th episode of O Odissi One World. This online platform of O Odissi One World has managed to create an international community of Odissi dancers, choreographers, musicians, who through their dance not only create awareness about Odissi, but also communicate through their dance to a larger audience to bring about social changes. As usual, we have with us an eminent panel of judges. So let me start with Guru Sharan Loven. Guruji, welcome to the show. And Guruji, what do you think in today's time, can dance be used to bring about a change in our society?
Well, I believe dance has always been used to bring about change in society. In some places, the arts are even considered subversive because of their impact and what they can cross. When we're talking about our various classical dance traditions, there are certain parameters, and it's quite a challenge to take themes involved with social change. And it can be done, but it does not easily fit into the parameters of classical Indian dance. So it's important also to what do you want to communicate and who do you wish to communicate it to? At one point, Mohini Giri was head of women in India for the government, and she asked me about doing a piece. And at that time, I said, we need to create a piece about the girl child in Odissi and present it for an audience of IIC and people who already know this. You would be better to take your funds and spend it on signs on buses saying that men are responsible for the gender of the unborn child, that this would actually be a better use. But I do believe that, for instance, one time taking the subaltern great poet Fakir Mohan Senapati in Odissi and taking that challenge to the social order and creating something in Odissi was successful. And so definitely one can use classical dance to communicate important social issues. But it's important to think about whether you're doing it only for novelty or effect or for funding, or whether you're doing it for particular audiences to really communicate. And sometimes things can be served by doing things that will reach a wider audience than perhaps just those on our usual performance stages.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Guruji. Next, I would like to ask Guru Rabindra Atibuddhi. Namaskar, Guruji, कैसे हैं आप?
नमस्कार, नमस्कार। बस अच्छा हूँ।
ओके गुरुजी, आपको लगता है कि लोगों के साथ कम्युनिकेट करने के लिए या हमारे समाज में कोई बदलाव लाने के लिए हम डांस को क्या एक माध्यम या जरिया बना सकते हैं?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बहुत बिल्कुल। क्योंकि आदि मानव जब थे, आदि मानव जब की संसार में सृष्टि में मनुष्य आए तभी से ये कम्युनिकेट चल रहा है। ऐसा है कि आदि मानव बात नहीं कर सकते थे, बोल नहीं सकते थे, आवाज में मतलब भाषा को नहीं बोल सकते थे, फिर भी जो मुखाभिनय है, मुद्रा भाव है, तो वो भाव से एक दूसरे से कम्युनिकेट करते थे कि तुम आओ, तुम जाओ, या कोई एक शेर आ गया है, सब लोग डर गए हैं, तुम लोग हट जाओ। ये जो सारे बात है ये मुद्रा से और फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन से, अंग के जो भाव है, नृत्य भंगी है, वो भंगी में वही से ही निकल जाता था। और उसी में से ही जो हमारे भारत का कला का परंपरा, नृत्य कला का परंपरा है, और सारे नृत्य, खाली हमारे उड़ीसा में ही जितने हमारे 8 प्रकार के नृत्य है, सारे नृत्य उसी में से ही धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़कर आया हुआ है। और कम्युनिकेट जो होता है, मतलब एक दूसरे से जो हम कम्युनिकेट करते हैं, हमारे मुद्रा से ही करते हैं, हमारे भाव से ही करते हैं, हमारे अंग से ही करते हैं। इसका मतलब हमारे ये जो नृत्य है बहुत मिला हुआ है, मतलब किसी आगे बढ़ाने का या ये के लिए, मतलब ये नृत्य के जरिए ही सब कुछ होता है।
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Next, I would go to Guru Jayashree Mahapatra. Welcome to the show. Guruji, do you feel dance can play a role in ushering in social change?
I certainly agree with that. It's not only social change in oneself also, it helps with that. I'll start with one person, like it helps the physical benefits, like increase your fitness, improve balance and postures, mental and emotional benefits, like reduce the stress. Social benefits is like improve sensitivity, understanding, appreciation, and coordination for others. So similarly, it also increase social interaction and enhance the cultural experience. You will be so surprised that I found out recently that there's a couple of organizations like Dance for Social Change, and there is one for Dance for Change, are working to develop youth leadership and create social change and raise awareness, where the participants learn how to observe their artistic talents to advocate for a change in their communities. You know, that's very wonderful thing to do. And definitely dance helps to to keep the social gathering together, you know, communicates with it. And it will definitely, through dance, social awareness can be changed. Thank you for a wonderful question, Madhumita. Very wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for your inputs too. So next, I would like to go to Guru Sangeeta Das. Namaskar and welcome, Guruji. So in today's modern times, can we still use dance to bring about any change in the society?
Yes, I agree with others, because see, all these classical dances, Indian classical dances, you can see their origin is from the temple. So it is not only for the entertainment, it was also for enlightenment. I believe in that. So from Devadasi or any sorts of connection, always with all kind of classical dance they have with the temple. And it is more than entertainment, like along with the entertainment, they were actually doing it, like all the artists in the beginning, they were doing it for the God, and they were trying to identify themselves with the divine. So what I meant to say, that actually that should be the attitude with us. Like whatever we are doing, we will do our best and we will surrender ourselves. And then, you know, the essence, what we have, that will definitely transmit to the audience. Definitely that vibration will go. And another thing is, now we are choreographing new items, which will help people to understand our, like at least to you know, to understand our epics and our culture and to create awareness in them. But I also feel very strongly the old items, when they were created, when it was created by the old gurus, even they had the same feeling that because they have felt it and then they have created it, then they have transmitted it. So we have to keep the attitude proper, and it's a very, very strong media. Dance is a very, very strong media. I remember when I did Parikshita, that King Parikshita in Ashram Theatre Hall. Next day people told me it is beyond good or bad, because we felt like we just somehow you took us to a different level. And you know, when you carry that, in fact, I remember my guru, he was always telling Guru Devaprasad, he was always telling me, when you are on the stage, you are the best of the heroine, like Uttama Naika. Why should he was telling like that? So it was so important, your personality, your behavior, your way of acting, your way of presenting yourselves. So this will definitely have the impact, and we can change. We can, I don't say in one performance you can do it, but like if we all the artists will work in this line, definitely there will be like it is not only one point, but it is a point. Then it will have the impact. And I have seen on the people, like I've seen with the people who have expressed us that, you know, they have felt some changes also with the dance.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next, I go to Guru Mandira Balkaran Singh. Guruji, what do you think? Can dance impact a social change?
Yes, definitely. Dance can impact a social change. Remember, dance is a non-verbal, captivating movement, you know, and communication. And through our motor sensory activities, we continue throughout our lives, building pathways and through space and time. And dance, as we all know, is something that comes from within ourselves, but it is not within. It comes from a greater realm that we cannot describe. So it is much more than ourselves. It is something that comes to us, and we realize it only when we start to dance or teach and you know, communicate through dance. Now, dance is, as I said, it's a non-verbal activity. And one thing about dance is that it has no caste, no creed, no caste. And in fact, we all know that the Natya Shastra was created as the fifth Veda, how many thousands of years ago. And but now, of course, in various parts of India, there are lots of social barriers that for whatever reason, they have not been able to penetrate. But I know that a lot of people and the government is making a lot of inroads into trying to break those rigid customs and get people to realize the beauty of dance and the problem solve. Dance helps us to problem solve. It helps us in understanding mathematical theories and equations and geometrical problems. I know for definitely in schools through movements in space. And also what is important is that it creates respect for one another, especially when we are dancing in groups, whether it's social or classical dancing, and also respect space. And one thing which is very, very important is that they themselves realize that it is something much bigger than ourselves, so that problems can be solved through a lot of, even though it's a silent communication, but through movements, there can be a lot of problem solving, there can be a lot of respect, and hopefully slowly but surely, through dance, a lot of effects, a lot of changes can affect the society in a positive way.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Guruji. So now we move on to Padma Shri Datak Guru Ramli Ibrahim ji. So welcome to the show, Guruji.
Thank you.
I'm sure you would agree that art is the best medium of communication with the masses. You have been doing it for a long, long time. Would love to know your views on using dance as a medium to create awareness and bring about a change in the society.
I think, I agree with everyone who have the view that dance is a kind of non-verbal manner in which we increase our sensitivity. I feel that it's not just dance in terms of art and culture. It's music, painting, literature. All these are very important. We forget that in order for us to have an immunity in all kind of diseases, it's not just consuming the carbohydrates and the proteins. We have to have the trace elements and the vitamins in our intake, and this is with where dance, music, arts concern. The dance elevate us into that state where we become the very humanity, increase the humanity that we are supposed to be as we evolve. So art and culture contributes towards the evolution of society, and of course dance play this part, and it increases that kind of sensitivity of us. So it doesn't have to be that we do something on the very subject matter that we're talking about, AIDS or COVID or whatever it is. For example, I'm a Muslim doing Indian classical dance. The very fact that I'm doing that is very political. It also promotes the diversity, the liberality of society in the global manner that we want all society to be. So this is what dance does. So it doesn't have to be a specific kind of message. It does so, it opens other doors through the appreciation of beauty, the appreciation of the message of mythic messages that we do in our classical works. So I think yes, dance is able to change society.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you all for your pearls of wisdom. Thank you. So now I think we all are now eagerly waiting to get a peek into our artists and their performances. So the first performer of today's program is Vinod Kevin Bachchan. Vinod is a senior disciple of Padma Shri and SNA awardee Guru Ranjana Gaur. His journey into Odissi began with the Devi Prasad style of Odissi, which he studied for a number of years before moving on to his Guru Ranjana Gaur. Vinod has had the privilege of being the lead artist in many of his Guru's productions such as Matsya Avatar, Chitran Gada, the Warrior Princess, Khud Mein Kabir, Om Namah Shivaya, etc. He's also the lead dancer at Utsav, Ranjana's Odissi Dance Academy. Apart from Odissi, he has keen interest in various regional folk dances of Odisha and is also a trained Kuchipudi dancer. Vinod has toured and performed extensively both in India and abroad and has been decorated with numerous awards like the Natya Mayuram, Tarana Yuva Purashkar, Kala Shiromani Award, and many, many more. He's also an empaneled artist of ICCR and All India Dancers Association. Vinod is also a certified yoga instructor, wellness and lifestyle coach, and is associated with various NGOs as an yoga and dance teacher. So ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you, Vinod Kevin Bachchan.
सेवित पद पंकजा करे विराजित कमनीय पुस्तका विरंची पति कमला संस्थित सरस्वती पतिमे सदा सरस्वती पतिमे सदा सरस्वती पतिमे सदा। सुशोभित किरीट विराजमानम् भाले क्षण ना दर्शन को चलो मन तुम काशी। विश्वेश्वर दर्शन को चलो मन तुम काशी। विश्वेश्वर दर्शन को चलो मन तुम काशी। विश्वेश्वर दर्शन को चलो मन तुम काशी। चलो मन तुम काशी, चलो मन तुम काशी। विश्वेश्वर दर्शन को चलो मन तुम काशी। विश्वेश्वर दर्शन को चलो मन तुम काशी। विश्वेश्वर दर्शन को चलो मन तुम काशी। भस्मांग तुझ त्रिशूल गुरु में सते नागमान। भस्मांग तुझ त्रिशूल, भस्मांग तुझ त्रिशूल। भस्मांग 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 तुझ त्रिशूल। भस्मांग तुझ त्रिशूल। भस्मांग तुझ त्रिशूल, भस्मांग तुझ त्रिशूल। गुरु में सजे नागमान, गुरु में सजे नागमान।
That was a wonderful performance, Vinod. Thank you so much. So Vinod, before I move on to the gurus, can I ask you, since you are a yoga instructor, how does yoga really help a dancer?
Namaste to all the gurus and to the organizers. Thank you for having me. When I started dancing in Trinidad, this was much before I joined actually Didi, Mandira Didi. She was the pushing force for me to actually get myself to India to learn Odissi. When I started learning Kuchipudi, there was not much emphasis on yoga. a few warm-up exercises were there, but there was no major stress on doing yoga. So when I came to Bhubaneswar, it was a huge shock for me because my body couldn't acclimatize to the what was required to do this dance. So when I started learning in Bhubaneswar, then I started joining yoga classes, and then I took a break. But because my aim actually was only dance, so when I shifted to Delhi, when I got the ICCR scholarship and I came to Delhi, it is then I started getting more in depth into yoga. So I started at Moraji Desai, and then I experimented in different styles of yoga just to gain knowledge on how beneficial it is for a dancer's body and how to keep my body fit and for longevity purposes, because I've seen a lot of dancers, they have a lot of injuries in dance because there's no real, and now a little change is coming in respect to how to treat your body as a dancer and when to stop, when not to stop, you know. So yoga has given me this tool in the sense that I'm able to now know when I should stop myself, I take a break, rejuvenate, and then go forward. And with yoga, it has taught me not only about the asanas, the biggest gift yoga has given me is breath control in the sense of stamina. Because again, like I said, with a lot of my colleagues, when they dance and, you know, after they complete an item, it's really hard breathing. So with pranayama, I've been able to learn how to channel my energy while I'm dancing through breathing exercises. So yoga has given me, you can say, the gift of dance and the gift of growing with it as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now let's move on to our gurus and what do they have to say about your performance, Kevin. So we'll start with Guru Rabindra Atibuddhi. Guruji, आपने केविन का डांस देखा है? So what do you like to say about his performance?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बहुत सुंदर नाचे हैं उन्होंने, और उन्होंने माणिक्य वीणा मुपला लयंती, बहुत सुंदर उनकी जो भाव भंगिमा है और एक्सप्रेशन है, बहुत अच्छा किया उन्होंने। तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा दोनों डांस को एक साथ मिलाकर कुछ लिखा है, बताता हूँ। माणिक्य युक्त वीणा वादित्र भंगिम रूपम, उनकी जो वीणा का जो सुंदरता भाव से उन्होंने वीणा की जो लेकर खड़े थे और उनके जो मुद्राएं थे बहुत सुंदर लग रहा था। माणिक्य युक्त वीणा वादित्र भंगिम रूपम मंगलम भक्ति भाव रस प्रज्वलित दीपम, दीप जैसे प्रज्वलित होता है उस तरह का उनकी जो भक्ति भाव और रस भाव वो प्रज्वलित हो रहा था, मतलब दिए की तरह दिखाई दे रहा था। तांडवे तांडव रूपम शिव शक्ति धुरंधर, उनकी जो तांडव रूप था और तांडव में जो रंजना जी के मैंने बहुत बार देखा है उनकी इसी आइटम को, क्या सुंदर वो सिखाते हैं और करती भी है। तो उन्होंने जो इनको सिखाया है, उनको जो दिए है, तांडवे तांडव रूपम शिव शक्ति धुरंधर, शिव शक्ति जो है वो उनके शरीर में धुरंधर की तरह दिखता है, ताकत की तरह दिखता है और अभिनय की तरह दिखता है और तांडव रूप की तरह दिखता है। विनोद विनोदे नृत्यंती स्वर ताल लय धरम, विनोद जो उनकी नाम है, विनोद विनोदे, विनोदे मतलब आनंद से, नृत्यंती स्वर ताल लय धरम, लय ताल को लेकर उन्होंने बहुत सुंदर नृत्य किया।
Okay, thank you, Guruji. So now let's move on to Guru Sharon Lowen. So Guruji, what would you like to say about Kevin's performance?
Well, I very much enjoyed watching Kevin dance. I've seen his progress and his years of dedication. And I also greatly appreciate Ranjana's generosity in the way that she has given so much and so much encouragement. It reminds me of when Indrani Raman had brought her student Leela from America and had promoted her so that she had a lot of performance experience in India. And Ranjana has done that very generously for Kevin, which is quite wonderful. And also, I always enjoy seeing choreography of a familiar item, because Manika Veena is also something, of course, that Kelu Babu had done. And as we say, you wouldn't want all of the flowers in your garden to be the same. And I always love seeing the compositions by other gurus in Odissi. So that was really a pleasure. In the introduction that we saw about it being to Saraswati, I think that it's important to acknowledge that Matangi is actually the daughter of the sage Matanga, who was a Chandala. She is dark. She is not fair like Saraswati. So although she's playing the Veena, it is a very different aspect. And I think it's very important to recognize that. I just wanted to share, let's see. Devi is manifested as the daughter of Matanga, who is a Chandala, and Mati is buddhi or intellect, Mata is thought. And so all of the things about her darkness and her being the, in a sense, almost the tantric side of Saraswati is important to bring out when you're explaining about it, so we don't see it simply as Saraswati. And a very, very minor point, I noticed that when you entered, which was a beautiful entrance, and then you offered flowers, you had no flowers in your hands. And generally, when we're performing, if you're not having actual flowers, then you just have Anjali and you do your pranam if you forget the flowers off stage, which we've all done. And that certainly happens. But it was a very nice presentation. And as I've watched your progress, I know that you're going to continue to keep working on developing the range of dynamics in the Bhav and in the pure dance, so that we have more than the beautiful level, but we want to have more intensity in both aspects. And that's something that you've been working on, and I know you continue to do. So congratulations.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. So next we move to Guru Ramli Ibrahim. So Ramli Bhai, what would you like to say about Vinod Kevin?
Well, I enjoyed the performance very, very much. I thought Vinod is a very experienced dancer, and one can tell that the yoga has helped the Angasudha, the balance of his postures, and the many performances has given him the confidence in all the way that he conduct his dance, and I truly enjoyed. And he has I think in all, especially in male dances, he has that combination of both balance, female and male aspect. And one thing is good, that the Tandava aspect comes out also, and the Lasya aspect is also portrayed judiciously. So that brings in a wonderful combination. And I can also see the Deva Prasad quality, and Ranjana has learned also from with Debuji, and you can see the kind of a strength of the style in both of the works that he has done. And I'd like to really congratulate Vinod on a very nice, very, very good performance.
Thank you, Guruji. Guru Sangeeta Das, what would you like to say about his performance?
Vinod, congratulations. Because I have been watching your videos since many years, and you have improved like anything. When I saw this video, I could not believe, I'm telling you. And I could see a kind of aura, you know. Now I understood why it is. It is from your yoga. So tremendous control and a kind of, you know, inside, like your inside is very quiet, and when you are performing something, you are very steady, actually, very steady. And of course, lots of control and perfections. So I was somehow carried away by your physical fitness with your stamina, and it was very good. The first item, really, I liked it very much. In Abhinay item also, it was good, but I think you need more to work. And I'm sure the way you're working, you will definitely achieve your goal. All the best.
Thank you, Guruji. So, Guru Jayashree Mahapatra, what would you like to say about Vinod's performance?
Welcome, Vinod. And everybody said it all. Nothing much to add to it. Yes, I can see yoga is helping. Actually, I got a lesson through. Now, from now on, I will start telling my students to start yoga, how much it helps for the posture and the breathing too. Yeah, good idea. And what I love is that you did the Manikabina with a very Lasya style. Then you did that Siva dance. It's quite, you know, like Ugra, you know, like very force, and all the postures. Choreography is beautiful, and all the postures are, I loved it very nicely. And keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guruji. So lastly, Guru Mandira Balkaran Singh, what would you say about Kevin's performance?
Well, I was really impressed with both the dances, and I was so happy to see Kevin. He just improves every time because he's, I've been following him a lot. And Manikya Veena is such a, don't like to use the popular, but everyone does it as a Mangla Charan. And, but I liked Guru Mayadhar Raut's choreography, and it was aptly brought out by Kevin and taught to him by his Guru Ranjana ji. And as, you know, as a Matangi, as a female, he did, in a male body, he did convince that yes, it is a female form. You never thought about that. And as opposed to the Chaloman Vishveshwara, the second one, highly devotional. And again, you know, the sudden out from the movements came a timeless posture, you know, of Shiva. And those are not easy to maintain. And obviously with his yoga and his teacher, he has been able to do that. And, you know, his lines were very clean. His feeling, the feeling from inside was pure, and he knows he's doing something sacred, and he's trying every way in his technique and form and everything to be as pure to the dance as possible. And one word of his Guru Ranjana ji, a wonderful teacher, and she's dedicated her life, she's dedicated a lot of her training to Kevin through hard work, sincerity, and love. And so congratulations, Kevin. We are so happy, and everyone in Trinidad follows you. And also another thing, I just want to make a little point. You know, we talk so much about gurus and hard work and discipline and motivation, but I think it's, for me, you know, I know his parents so well, Mrs. Jenny and Mr. Sunil Bechan, and I have to congratulate them because they have been a solid background into his coming forward. So congratulations, Kevin. You have a huge following here, and just continue to improve because there's never an end to learning. And congratulations to dear Anjana ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. And Kevin, I'm sure you must be ecstatic with the fabulous feedback that you've got from our gurus. And we wish you all the best for the future.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, each and every one of you, for the lovely feedback that I have gotten. It was really a task for me to present this because I had COVID, then I had a relapse, so I wasn't completely sure what would happen. And I recorded my thing, then it got lost. I had to re-record it at the last minute. So it was a challenge for me, and it's wonderful for me to always have my guru's blessings and for her to continue to guide me and to give me everything that I am today as a dancer. Because I don't have my parents, and she has taken over that role of my both parents, my guru. So I am indebted to her for this, and it's really a blessing. Mandira Didi will agree with me also to hear the appreciation of the choreography of Guru Mayata Raut, which we are really trying to bring forth even more. So it's a humble blessing to my Guru and to her Guru, Guru Mayata Raut. Thank you, each and every one of you, for your blessing. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Okay. So next, we have a dancer duo from Taiwan. Hannah Weng from Techu and Freda Liao from Taipei, Taiwan. Hannah was introduced to the world of Odissi by Miss Lin, her first teacher in Taiwan, in the year 2013. Subsequently, she has had the privilege to hone her craft under the tutelage of various renowned gurus like Guru Rajashri Praharaj, Guru Madhavi Mudgal, and Guru Kasturi Patnaik. Over the years, she has been performing on various platforms in Taiwan, Thailand, and in India. She has the distinction of setting up the Taiwan Odissi Promotion Center and the Hindu Music and Dance Group in Taiwan for the sole purpose of teaching, performing, and popularizing the sensuous and beautiful Odissi art form in her country. So Freda started her sojourn in dance from the age of 13 and went on to learn different traditional dances like ballet, Chinese dance, and modern dance, and subsequently majored in dance from the Taiwan Dance Institute. She saw an Odissi performance of Guru Padmacharan Dehuri in 2015 during his Taiwan tour and immediately got drawn to the dance form. And her love affair with Odissi is still going strong. She started learning from Guru Padmacharan Dehuri in Taiwan and thereafter from Guru Rajashri Praharaj and Master Nirod Kumar Dehuri. Over the past 1 year, she's learning online from Guru Kasturi Patnaik and waiting for her opportunity to travel to Orissa to learn more. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Hannah Weng and Freda Liao.
वीणा
That was a lovely performance. Thank you, Hannah and Freda. Hannah, so tell me, how is it performing Odissi in Taiwan? And I'm curious to know how the audience in Taiwan reacts to Odissi.
Yeah. Namaskar, everyone. Actually, I think I'm still young in Odissi family. So I just say my feeling. You know, Taiwan is a small island, and but we accept each culture from outside. And actually, India classical dance in Taiwan is very small in market. But we classical dancer try to make it stronger, and make it more people to know it. Oh, we don't expect everyone to accept it, but we try to everyone understand the beauty of Indian classical dance, especially my love Odissi, because I get healthy from Odissi dance. I'm a mother of 4 kids, so but I get many good things from Odissi dance. So I try to explain my experience to hear people how Odissi improve body health, how to improve your mind, and how to improve your life like that.
Okay, thank you, Hannah. So Freda, you have learned so many dance forms. What is it that attracted you to Odissi so much?
I try to explain to her, okay?
Yeah, sure.
他问你说，你学了那么多舞蹈，那你是如何喜欢 Odissi 的？
我讲中文可以吗
？OK， 然后我翻译。
OK， 好。我当初我会喜欢 Odissi 的时候，是因为以前我学习中国舞蹈的时候，接触的跟 Odissi 类似的舞蹈就是敦煌。那因为以前学过敦煌舞，所以我觉得那时候接触到 Odissi 的时候，觉得这2种舞种就是有类似的元素在，所以结果那时候一接触 Odissi 的时候，就让我觉得哇，就是很熟悉的感觉，就很喜欢，就因为这样子喜欢上它。
OK， 好。Freda said, in beginning she learned Chinese dance. And also she learned Dunhuang, one kind of Chinese dance. After when she meet Odissi, she think Odissi dance is very similar to Dunhuang dance. So Dunhuang, so she had family feeling. So that's why she loving Odissi dance.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Freda. Thank you, Hannah. Okay, now let's go to our gurus and listen to what they have to say about your performances. So we'll start with Guru Mandira Balkaran Singh. Guruji, what would you like to say about their performance?
I enjoyed it very much, Freda, Liao, and Hannah Wong. I really hats off to you all to be able to continue Odissi in such a far off place like me, you know, but you have wonderful gurus, and I'm talking about the second dance, which where they did a duet, wonderful synchronization. And what I found, well, obviously it had its nuances of the Battu dance, but I found that some of the movements were quite kind of interesting and unique, you know, and of course, you know, in Odissi, in all classical dance, once we keep the technique and the form and everything, you know, it is always evolving and changing. And I just felt it was a unique idea. I don't think I have seen those kind of movements put together as a duet. And I enjoyed it. Your technique is good. And I wish there was some more camera work, you know, so we could kind of see the faces closer in and out. So it makes it more interesting. But it was wonderful. So congratulations to your guru and to the musicians, and to both of you. Just continue to dance, and that's, you know, and just continue to grow. Thank you so much for performing. Namaste.
Thank you, Guruji. So, Guru Jayashree Mahapatra, what would you like to say about Hannah and Freda's performance? Please unmute.
Hi there, Anna and Freda. First of all, I'm just saying that I'm very proud that you are pursuing Odissi dance career, or you are learning Odissi. It's a really proud moment for us, all Odias, because you are carrying our culture and spreading it out in Taiwan, in China, and all over the places. And Lila Nidhi, beautiful dance, and you did very well. It could be me, I don't know. I wish the face could be a little more prominent, because, or maybe my glasses are getting foggy with the winter weather. The video was little faint, but it is, I mean, it is how I say, it's not clear enough for me. I don't know other gurus will agree with me or not, but this is not your fault. Your dance was perfectly beautiful. And you try your best to adopt the dance and like understand it and then present it. And the Sthai Nritya, the Battu Nritya was really different. Yes, it's completely kind of different than regular Battu or regular Sthai. I'm happy that Odissi is really going to another level. All thanks to all the gurus for really, how I say, like bringing out the new dances, choreographing the new dances, and good luck. And I'm proud that Freda, she doesn't understand English, doesn't understand probably other language, still she's learning the dance, she's presenting it. It's very good. All the best, and thank you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Guruji. Guru Sangeeta Das, what are your opinions about Hannah's and Freda's performance?
Hannah and Freda, thank you both. Thanks a lot for loving Odissi, for learning Odissi, for deciding to continue Odissi and spreading Odissi in your country. As Jayashree told that I'm also proud. I'm also feeling proud that you have chosen Odissi, you both. And the thing is, we are from Odisha, and we are used to the language, we're used to the culture. And for us, it is very normal and natural to understand the whole thing. And for you people, it must be very, very tough to feel to get our feelings, to understand our culture, you know. And what I was trying to see in your dance, that how much understanding you have. First of all, when you're in Tribhanga, it was so good. It was perfect. And I saw with all your sincerity, you are trying to give the justice to the item with all your sincerity. And of course, sometimes I felt maybe it is the camera fault, or maybe somewhere I felt that you may need to improve your abhinay a bit, like with expression a little bit, and just try to hold yourself. Sometimes some limbs are little loose or something, but it's a very minor game. But overall, you're very pleasant, and it was very nice. And the second dance with Freda, both of you were synchronizing very well. And Freda has a very nice figure also, tall, and somehow you were dancing very happily. And I think those some movements, the strange moments, those are from this Karana thing. Like I have seen Padma Subramaniam doing something of this sort. So maybe now they have introduced this thing, Kasturi has introduced this thing to her item, because this item I have also seen before, but have never marked it, this kind of steps. Anyway, but overall, the performance was very good. Keep it up and make us more proud. And we are always there to support you, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Guru Sangeeta. And next we move on to Guru Sharon Lowen. What would you say about their performance?
Well, basically, I have to simply repeat that we feel very proud of you, because your representation of Odissi, both in the Odia Abhinaya and in the pure dance, is something that is a beautiful and authentic representation of the art. The Lila Nidhi Hai, it had a very charming, it had the sweetness that belongs there. It was a very clear exposition, and it was very well done. I would suggest that the issue that they're saying about the camera is that you were very careful being in the center of the space and not wanting to use too much space. It reminded me once when I was performing, and my very close friend afterwards said, "Have you been practicing in your living room? Because I was in the space." And so you and Kevin were both, you're limited by the space that you have, but actually you could have used more of it. So allow yourself to be a little more free in the space that you have, and expand things and use that space. I think that was it. It was a little careful there in the center. That was less so, of course, when you were doing the duet. And I don't know for you, but for us, the composition using the familiar Gotipura Solakatus, it's very touching. I mean, it just kind of grabs our heart when we hear it. And all of it, it just is very evocative. And it was so beautiful to see the composition and how you did it. And I loved all of the Anga Brahmaris, so many beautiful circular things, well controlled, well done. And it was just really a pleasure. And so it's nice to know that you're sharing this beautiful art in the communities that you reach. And hats off to you two, to Kevin, Vinod Kevin, for the dedication and spreading the art.
Thank you so much, Sharondi. Thank you. So next we move on to Guru Rabindra Atibuddhi. Guru ji, आप क्या बोलेंगे इनके परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में?
हाँ नगबेगेज और फ्रेडा लीब, इन्होंने बहुत, मुझे खुशी है, या हम लोग को खुशी होना चाहिए। हम लोग को जो उड़ीसी के अंदर जो भी है, हमारे जो भी गुरु लोग अभी भी हैं, हमें बहुत खुशी होना चाहिए कि इन लोग बाहर देश से आके, हम लोग यहाँ रह के भी बहुत सारी चीज नहीं कर पाते, जो कि इन लोग बाहर से आके इनकी एक ही मतलब जैसे जयश्री मैडम जी ने बोले, ये संगीता मैडम ने बोले कि या कैमरा की हिसाब जो है, हम लोग को फ्रंट्स में अगर देखते, सामने से अगर देखते, तो ये चीज सचमुच का उनके जो भंगिमा थे, उनके जो चाल चलन था, सब कुछ दिख जाता था। पर सचमुच का उन्होंने सही बोले, क्योंकि हम लोग वीडियो के अंदर देख रहे, तो हम लोग को कैमरा का टेक्निक जरूर करना चाहिए, इसलिए कि हम लोग अपना जो एक्सप्रेशन है, भाव है, वो दिखा सके। तो जो भी मतलब उन्होंने बोले वो सही है। और इनकी जो नृत्य था, नृत्य में भाव भंगिमा के साथ उनकी एक्सप्रेशन भले मैं कैमरा के हिसाब से दिखाई नहीं देता था, पर उनके जो नृत्य की भंगिमा वगैरह थे और चाल चलन थे, उसी से मालूम पड़ता था कि उनके एक्सप्रेशन भाव फेस में क्या होगा या क्या हुआ होगा। तो इसलिए बहुत अच्छा लगा। इनकी जो हाना बेगे जी, उनके बारे में लिखे हैं ला चंपू, जो कि हमारे गुरु जी, हमारे पद्म विभूषण गुरु केलचंद्र महापात्रा जी के ये कोरियोग्राफी है। और पंडित भुवनेश्वर मिश्रा जी के संगीत, क्योंकि वो समय पे उन लोग कितना मेहनत करके ये चीज को निकालते थे, अभिनय को निकालते थे और हमको देते थे। तो ये जो उनकी जो नृत्य है, यह है जल क्रीड़ा। मतलब कवि सूर्य बलदेव जी ने जो चंपू लिखे थे, क से लेकर ख तक, यह ला चंपू है। और उसमें जल क्रीड़ा के भाव है। जल के अंदर राधा और सखियां हैं, कृष्णा पेड़ के ऊपर सारे वस्त्र लेकर चले गए, तो कहते हैं हे लीला निधि, हे लीला निधि श्री कृष्णा, आप मेरे कपड़ा दे दो ना। पर एक बात है, आध्यात्मिक हिसाब में जब चले जाते हैं हम लोग, श्री कृष्णा परमात्मा है, राधा आत्मा है। आत्मा हम लोग है, हम लोग मनुष्य जो है, हम लोग आत्मा है, और परम हम स्वयं परमात्मा है। जब हमें सब कुछ छोड़ दे के, जैसे हम लोग भक्त है, तो हम सब कुछ छोड़ के जब प्रभु को हम हाथ उठा दे कि हे प्रभु हमें रक्षा करो, तो जरूर सुन लेते और वो मनोकामना पूरी करते हैं। इसलिए ये आध्यात्मिक हिसाब से राधा जब सब कुछ छोड़कर प्रभु को बुलाई, वैसे उन्होंने अपना कपड़ा दे दे और उन्होंने कपड़ा वस्त्र पहनकर फिर अपने आप को संभाल पाई। तो ये जो अभिनय है, बहुत सुंदर अभिनय है। लीला निधि है लाजे मुगले केसरी, लीला निधि है लाजे मुगले केसरी। ये जो भाव है, इतनी सुंदरता है इस भाव में कि उसके लिए मैंने थोड़ा लिखा है। जैसे उन्होंने ला के ऊपर लिखा था, तो मैंने भी थोड़ा सोचा कि ला के ऊपर लिख डालूं। आज ला चंपुष्य लीला निधि लाशांगी हाना, ला चंपुष्य लीला निधि लाशांगी हाना, लाज कुरु लज्जावंती ललिता भी नयना। तो ल चंपुष्य लीला निधि, ल चंप का जो ये लीला निधि है, लाशांगी हाना किया है, नृत्य किए है। लाज कुरु लज्जावंती, लाज करती है, वो शर्म भी लेती है और लज्जा भी है उनमें। और ललिता अभिनय, ललित अभिनय मतलब सब अभिनय भी वो करती थी। ललाम भूषणम श्रृंगार लंबित केश विन्यास, ललाम भूषणम जो सर से लेके सारा जो अंग है उसमें भूषण है। प्रभु मुझे साड़ी देने के बाद आप मेरा सब अंग में मेरा जो 16 श्रृंगार है भर दो, बोलती है राधा। तो ललाम भूषणम श्रृंगार लंबित केश विन्यास, लज्जा भरणम वस्त्राभूषणम, लज्जा भरणम मेरे लज्जा को आभरण करो, वस्त्र भूषण करके, वस्त्र देकर, मम केशवस्य, हे केशव। तो इस तरह का इनकी नृत्य था। और उन्होंने सबसे बड़ी बात है कि बाहर देश से आके जो उन्होंने ये हाथ वाथ मतलब ऐसा उड़ीसी का जो अंग लेते हैं ना, उनको देखने में ऐसा लगता है कि हम लोग आनंद में मतलब आनंदमय हो जाना चाहिए कि हम लोग मतलब वाह वाह क्या बात है। तो उसके बाद उन्होंने जो फ्रेडालेव के साथ उन्होंने नृत्य को पेश किया, प्योर नृत्य, स्थाई नृत्य। और ओरिजिनली हमारे देव प्रसाद जी गुरु जी जो है उनकी स्थाई नृत्य का बहुत अंग का बहुत महत्व करता है। और स्थाई नृत्य में गोटीपुआ में भी बहुत उसके महत्व रहता है। तो हाना और फ्रेडलिव दोनों मिलकर राग ताल सम नृत्यम, राग और ताल का समावेश में जो नृत्य उन्होंने किया, नृत्यंती नृत्य युगलम, दोनों नृत्यंती नृत्य युगलम, दोनों मिलके करते। स्थायी भावेन स्थायी नृत्य, स्थायी भाव को रखकर स्थायी नृत्य, नानाविध अंग भंगी भूषणम, नानाविध अंग भंगी भूषणम, नानाविध अंग का जो भंगी को उन्होंने लेकर उस नृत्य को बहुत सुंदर भाव में दोनों जुगलबंदी में उन्होंने दिखाया। आपने बहुत अच्छा नृत्य किए दोनों। थैंक यू सो मच, वेरी नाइस।
Thank you, Guruji, for your lovely words. So, Guru Ramli Ibrahim now. So what would you say about their performance?
Well, first of all, I must say that when I was in Taiwan, I was a guest of the Cultural Center of Taiwan at the National University of Taiwan. And I had the privilege of visiting many, many artists and dancers of Taiwan. And I'm just amazed at the cultural vibrancy of Taipei when I was there. And I am aware that there are sporadic Indian classical dancers. I knew that some dancers had come to Sutra from Taiwan to learn, but not for very long. So it is wonderful to hear that from Hannah Wang that she has established a center to focus, to give a kind of a platform for the activities of Indian classical dance, specifically Odissi in Taiwan, which is what is required. And one of the reasons that we have this forum is to promote Odissi outside Orissa, which is very, very important to augment the popularity of Odissi, to transcend the national boundaries of just Odisha or Oria. So I really enjoyed the two dances, and I thought for both dances there were such sincerity and such a kind of you know that they are going on the right direction. Of course, you know, there is no end to learning, but they are on the right track. Lovely kind of solo work by Hannah Wang, and when both of them came to do the Shtai Nutya, I thought that it was it was different, because not often in this session we had only seen one new Shtai that was composed by Sangeeta. So this one was composed by Guru Kasturi, for instance, and it was lovely to see a kind of a different kind of a Shtai, Batu Nritya, kind of a pure dance work. And as what Sharon was saying, that the kind of allusion to the Gotipua kind of bowls was very touching. And it's lovely to see both of them dance together. And I think we have seen also Odissi dancers from Korea, Masako from Japan, several dancers from Japan, and also from China. So it's nice to see these wonderful two dancers, Hannah and Freda from Taiwan. And I really feel that it's a very exciting, pioneering situation for them, and they can do much to popularize Odissi in Taiwan.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. And with such lovely feedback from the gurus. I'm sure both Hannah and Freda would be really happy, and we wish them both the very best for their future. So with that, we come
I'd
to
like
the...
to...
Yeah, sure.
Just, I didn't mention Hannah's solo dance, the Abhinaya, and I must agree with what all the great panelists said. And of course, I brought the issue of the camera, but as Guruji said that, imagine if it wasn't there, there would have been no issue. So we do face quite a lot when we do in-house, like tapings in a small space. But as I said, but in spite of that, I understood her body language so well, and her form and was really, really nice. So I enjoyed it a lot. So I'm sorry for my omission. I only talked about the duet. So just continue. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, so with that, we come to the end of this episode of O Odissi One World. Hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed putting it together for you. Thank you, Vinod. Thank you, Hannah and Freda, for being part of this O Odissi community. We wish you all the best for your future. Thank you to our gurus. You all have been so amazing. And a big thank you to our online audience. Your love and support keeps us going. Our next episode will be the finale episode. We have a very interesting lineup of performers. It's going to be a treat for all the Odissi lovers wherever you are. Please do not miss it. Till we meet again, Namaskar and Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath.